seed waivers. And we are not doing anything close. I'm telling you. That go to Mauritius and see the kind of investment waivers they give, tax waivers and exemptions they give to corporate bodies and businesses that want to set up in the country. Ghanaian companies, I know a lot of them are there. Go to Dubai and see the kind of exemptions they give and other mouth-watering arrangements. Some even go to the extent of even a country, even building a specialist hospital to take care of these people, the needs of these people. That's what I'm talking about. This is part of the whole exemption. I mean, infrastructure. That this is the system that we have put in place to help the regime to work.
Was that why your government was willing to give tax waiver to a businessman who was going to set up a hotel?
Which businessman? Which hotel? Which hotel?
I'll get the name for you.
Okay, so then maybe I'm not aware of that.
At the airport, yeah.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that particular issue. So I can't.
You're not aware?
Yes, I can't comment on that.
You're not aware that there was a hotel springing up. That was going to spring up at the airport.
I can only comment on something that I'm aware of. I guess that's my right.
Well, that is actually your right. So let's talk about import substitution. Ghana's food import cover for 2024 was hovering around 15 billion. Let me give you a quick breakdown. Cereal grains worked, not rolled, 3.36 billion. Food imports, the value was 3.36 billion. The food imports, share of food imports is 8.6 billion. Guts, bladder, stomach, animals, 2.6 billion. That's the value. But share of food imports was 6.9. Frozen cuts and offal of fowl, 2.58 billion. Share of imports 6.6, sugar, cocoa beans, rice, share nuts, fish, frozen, excluding fish fillet and other fish meat overheading, rice and all other food imports. Why couldn't the policies introduced by your government address this problem?
I mean, as I said, we will not be able to. We will not be able to do all, as in. Turn all business around.
But was 15 billion not humongous?
No, I'm just trying to make a point that we did our best. In that circumstance. You know that just be very sincere. In the history of this country, Ghana is, as it's now, this NPP government at the time, was the only government within history that has come out with, ambitious policy of creating factories and businesses like that. No government has ever done that. And we did that on purpose to be able to now turn these things that we're supposed to import, stop the importation and focus on trying to develop it ourselves in this country. And how do we go about it? No, government will not have the capacity, the financial muscles to be able to set up these businesses. Also, if government could even have done that, was that the best? We have seen the experience we have had, within the system. Doesn't support the fact that government should own such businesses. And so the policy that we brought was what we call the 1D, 1F. It was a private sector-led initiative where private sector, businessmen or people will be encouraged to set up business to be able to now create the opportunity for Ghana to stop importing certain items, especially foodstuff. People to do that here ourselves. And that's what's the problem. We're not able to achieve that. We did our best in that regard, but we're not able to achieve our ultimate objective of trying to at least stop the importation of certain products like grains. We came out with cereals. We came out with policies banning exportation of these products so that we're able to sell them in Ghana. People were still now smuggling it out of the system. Cashew, for example, were smuggling out to orbits. We decided to intensify the security at the border points, border posts, but people were still smuggling these products out of the system. So, in short, I would say that we were not able to achieve that objective. However, we've started something, and I believe that this government will be able to continue to achieve that objectives.
When you look at some of the products, is it not surprising for us as Ghanaians? Share nuts,
yes,
rice, cocoa beans, offals?
It's a problem. I mean, it's a problem. I believe that it's a problem. Rice, with government, you know what we did in the area of rice? We did, through the CARES, coronavirus revitalization program, we developed an enclave in the Volta region, land bank enclave, giving access to any Ghanaian who wanted to venture into rice production. And government was prepared to give lands for free and give support. We did that through the CARES project or program. And we did other to specifically push people to go into certain businesses. That was the only way we could stop people from bringing up product. One of the things that we also did was in the area of vehicle manufacturing assembly. We thought that, okay, we don't have the capacity to do what we call CKD, complete knockdown manufacturing. Okay. So we decided that, okay, let's start with the basic one, which we think we can easily do to stop people from importing vehicles down. Because these vehicles were overused vehicles that were causing emission problems for us as a country. And we tried to bring about 7 different assemblies to this country. And look at what Ghanaians were doing. Ghanaians, they're not to patronize their products. When we're trying to bring a policy, a strict policy, to stop people from importing vehicles, overused vehicles like 10 years and above, those cartel, that in that industry, decided to frustrate government, and we're not able to achieve that. And as I'm talking to you now, we have not been able to achieve that by getting the law through. Getting that strong announcement by government that, effective today, we have stopped the importation of over 8 vehicles. What point am I trying to make? I'm trying to make a point that as much as we're interested in trying to create business here to stop people from importing so that we'll be able to substitute it with local production, Ghanaians are still fervently and loyally doing things against that policy by doing their best in trying to import more still into the system.
Would you then say that the policy was not a success?
No, because people think that is, you know what I'm talking about. You and I know that's for a fact that, let's say you want to bring certain product from certain parts of the world, you may get it cheaper, and you do it in numbers. You can come and sell it cheaper here. What numbers can we do? Vehicles.
Is it not because things in Ghana are on the higher side?
It's not about that. It's about the fact that we don't have the markets here to be able to produce more. If they produce more, automatically the prices will go down. I believe you know.
But how are we able to import these same products, but we don't have markets for it in Ghana?
That's the point I'm making to you. That, like VW, like I made mention to you about Renault in Morocco. They produced 1,100 vehicles a day. How many cars do we produce? The whole of the year for VW. How many cars will they be able to produce? Because we don't even have the government has not intentionally come out with a policy or to off-take these vehicles that are produced in Ghana. And government agencies, when Mr. President has strictly made an announcement that, government agencies should patronize this product. Some CEOs of state-owned agencies and people still go contrary to the directive of the president and decide to do the import vehicles.
Why didn't the president crack the whip?
He did later on. But my point is that, do you need to wait for the president to do that? This one goes to both sides of the road, not only NPP. It is not too good for people to do that leadership. If you don't take care, a time is coming, people will not even respect the voice of politicians. And they will not see us as because most CEOs have become so arrogant, and then disrespectful to authority. When Mr. President or Chief of Staff issue a letter, a memo, that do this, they decide to do contrary. Chief of Staff will say that, okay, from today onwards.
Was that a challenge for the NPP?
Every government, it's also a challenge for this government. the chief of staff issue a letter, okay, by patronized made in Ghana vehicles. We have Kantanka, we have VW, we have people who still import. And this government is happening. The chief of staff issued a letter that everybody that has been recruited after 7th December, the appointment must be revoked. Was that not said that after 7th? Yeah. So why are people dismissing national health insurance? People are dismissing people whose appointment took effect from 18th November. Ghana Exim Bank, people are revoking appointment of people whose appointment took effect from July.
You have termed let me finish. This action by government as a killer.
Let me finish. Yes, a killer. It is a killer. Do you know why?
Why?
Because these people, they are very disrespectful. And I believe, yes, the president should have even sacked them immediately. Very disrespectful. You don't see that disrespect. How? Be very sincere. That the chief of staff, who is the head of the presidency, I mean, in terms of administrative, arrangement, has written a letter, a memo to you, directing that everybody whose appointment took effect after 7th December's appointment must be revoked. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Now you decide to now revoke appointment or terminate appointment of people whose employment took effect from July, and they are still at post, disrespected. What should that these people will respect the president going forward? That is not the way to go. I don't believe that's the way to go. Clearly, there's something wrong somewhere. And it's not about only this government, even the previous government.
Your government did the same. Your government did the same, revoking appointments, employments of other people who are suspected to be NDC members. Are we moving from trade to talk about revocation of appointments? No, since you brought it up, so that's
no. I only cited that as an example.
But that's why I'm asking you that your government did say.
What you are saying was not part of the things that you told me we're going to discuss.
But you brought it up. I didn't bring the revocation thing up. You brought it up.
No, I only use that as an example. That our chief of staff wrote a letter, a memo to CEOs of government agency, patronized made in Ghana vehicles. And I was only giving an example that the chief of staff. That's the only example I can just tell. Okay, let me just come back to what you are even asking. Even if, we did that, when we're in power, does it even warrant for you to do it now? What was the case? My point that what we did bad, what you said it was bad. You said we didn't try, we didn't do well at all. So why are you trying to do same now? Okay, in any case, NDC and NPP, which party has been in power for long? Accumulated power. Which these two parties? Which political party has stayed in political office for long? These two parties.
The NDC.
NDC. So the NDC should be the pace setter of every good thing in this country for the NPP to follow. So he said NPP has done it. You are doing it now. And then after
is that an indication you will retaliate?
No. Then you do it now. Then when you do it, then excuse my language. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people. If you think you are part, I'm not talking to you. Excuse my language. Then you see hypocrite journalists making comments that so now that they have done it, so what's the way forward? There's no way forward though.
You are going to retaliate?
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that there's no way forward. The way forward is for you not to do it. Right. For you not to know that you ought to know that action that you want to do is not good. And you still go ahead and do it, or you take that action. When you take that action, it means that now what you're trying to say is that you are not prepared for us to have an amicable solution or to end that cycle. That's the meaning. Because young people, inexperienced, exuberant politicians who are so exuberant will start thinking of what they can also do tomorrow. Not old men like us. We have become old, so we don't believe in these things. But my point is that after you have done it, you did it, and the MP said you did it, so they also did it. Then you have the opportunity, thankfully. President Muhammad's opportunity in history is like Kwame Nkrumah. You have the opportunity to turn things around because you're not contesting elections again. President Mahama has the right to do anything in Ghana. I mean, that is possible. He should have the political will and power, strength to do it.
It is possible.
Because he is not contesting elections again.
Sure.
For anybody to have issues with him.
To assess him.
So, he has the opportunity now. Instead of him not to do it, he's doing it through his chief of staff, my friend and brother. Now, when you do that, what's the meaning? Then, excuse my language, hypocrite journalist. I've not mentioned your name. If you're part, you can still take it because I've not mentioned your name. Hypocrite, I'm saying it again. Journalists who are hypocrites will say that, okay, so they've done it. What's the way forward? There is no way forward. I end my case on that.
Anyway, let's go back to new job in South. What's your relationship with Said Kwame Champong?
He used to be my friend. I mean, when we were working together. But now, because we are not working together, so we don't see each other often. Once a while we
Was
talk.
there a friction between the two?
I mean, that is politics.
You're from the same flock, so why should there be
but
friction?
who told that?
You're both NPP.
Who told that wives and husbands don't fight? But they still fight. Do you know the amazing thing about that? They fight and still procreate. How does it happen? They fight. When they fight, they will still do a bazooka and procreate.
Really?
So now the point I'm trying to make to you is that the mere fact that you have issues with somebody doesn't mean that the person is your enemy. I don't bear grudge with anybody. I am a strict and a conviction-based young person who believes.
No, you said you were old a few minutes ago.
Okay, sorry, old man. Old man, sorry. So I'm a politician of conviction.
Okay.
My political godfather is Honorable Dambuchi. I believe in that kind of politics. I'm a politician of conviction. So I don't. So when you do things that I'm not convicted to align with, I'll have issues.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, I'm one of the, I can say it in confidence, one of the bold politicians. I can see my mind anytime I want to say it. I don't mince words, if you know me. Anybody who knows me so well in the game of politics, my private life, those that I work with, my corporate life, our family business, they all know what I stand for. I will speak my mind anytime when I think things are not well. So the mere fact that we had a small issue doesn't mean that we're enemies. We are not. We are not. We still work together. We're in the same party. As a matter of fact, as I'm talking to you now, NDC, big boys are fighting. You know, but you're not talking about it.
Which boys?
Please continue.
Which boys? No, but since you've brought it to my attention, maybe it's something that I want to discuss going forward. But which boys are
When we
they?
close, big boys are fighting.
Over what?
When we are done with this interview, I'll tell you. So you investigate. They are fighting seriously.
Okay. I'm eager.
But I know you know because you are part of them. You are part of that people.
Which people?
Those people that I'm talking about.
I am lost.
Lost?
Yeah. Which people?
What's that more there?
Which people? No, I'm lost here, Kofi. I'm lost here. Which people?
You are part of the that nice group that. Are you not part of the EIB group?
Yes, I am.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, but I mean, I've always been part of. EIB is not fighting. I mean, the last time I checked, I'm not fighting my producer. My producer is not fighting my news editor.
Then your producer is fighting with you. He told me.
Oh no, my producer is the sweetest person you can find.
Okay. Producer, you're not fighting. You're not fighting with this young woman.
No.
Okay, thanks so much.
But let's briefly before you go. The finance minister will be presenting the budget soon to Parliament. What are your expectations? My
expectations, very clear. And the first one is that there's no need for him to introduce new taxes. We think that they have always been very consistent. That is the kind of politics I believe in. You have to be consistent. There should be consistency in advocacy and utterance, and we should be able to do that. We should not say this yesterday and said something tomorrow. I mean, that's not the way to go. I don't believe that. So I believe that there's no need for new taxes. We believe that they shouldn't try that. Because when they try it, we'll not be happy with them.
Should
Okay.
they go ahead and abolish the e-levy?
If they can, they should. If they can. But we know that they were just at that time, they were just, I mean.
So you believe in e-levy?
No, because the point that I know that at that time, they were just doing politics. Because what is it bringing? Note that we are still in the IMF program. Note. So you cannot just stand up and say that I've cancelled this. You have to now create the money, look for the money. Yeah. How then do you do for the money? So you now have to now bring more taxes and create more pain for Ghanaians. That is not the way to go. And so I believe that if they think they can abolish it, that's their own business. But we believe that it's not possible. And I'm convinced.
Oh, but in a few months back, you were saying it is possible. Now it is not possible.
No, I'm just saying that I know that it is not possible for the government to abolish.
But Bawumia promised, Dr. Bawumia promised that he was going to scrap it.
Yes, I'm just saying that for me, I'm talking about myself. You interview me. And I said that it's not possible because you have to create. So except you have another means of getting that money back, then it's possible. But if you don't have that space.
Are you saying you did not believe in the conviction of Dr.
No,
Bawumia?
I believe in the conviction of Bawumia, and I still believe in the conviction of every political leader of NPP and the party. See, the political party we are focused on is called NPP. And that's what I believe in that. So Dr. Bawumia, who was my candidate then, came out with certain things, and we're part of the government then. And we maybe there were other opportunities somewhere, other areas that we could look for money, apart from e-levy. But I know, as I'm talking to you now, this guy, because Dr. Bawumia didn't win elections. So that's in the past. We are now here. They should be able to do it. We pray for them that they will be able to abolish it if it's possible. But if not...
Will you be sad if they do? You took a picture with the e-levy cake.
No, I don't know what you see. That was just a Photoshop.
Oh, it was?
Yes, it's not true. Because I was with GHOne, my friend, somewhere. We were having a program somewhere, and we're having a discussion, and these things happen. You know politics.
Oh, okay.
So there was no truth in it.
Should Dr. Bawumia come back to lead the NPP?
For now, I mean, that's not the time for us to talk about that. I mean, the NPP now is talking about reorganization. NPP, as we stand now, we are talking about reorganization. We are talking about how we are looking at how we can make our party attractive again to the young people for them to come back home, because we believe that NPP has solutions to, problems of this country, not NDC. So what we have to do now is to make the party attractive again, get the party folks who were angry, who left, to come back and join us. So I'll be able to build a formidable party. After that, the party will go through the process of choosing a leader for the party.
Do you have presidential ambitions?
Oh, God. Oshina Sani. I'm a politician of conviction. I do politics. And I'm convicted that I will support anybody who wants to become president to lead the country from our party. Because we believe that we have the solutions.
You don't think your convictions are enough for your party?
No. I believe that's not my personal ambition. I don't have anything like that. I believe in, I'm part of a group, like a group that believes that we believe seriously that we should be able to work hard for the party, and one of us will be the leader of the country one day.
Okay. It's been good having you.
It's also good having you and having this nice interaction. Albeit we're trying to pull my... okay. But then we'll take it like that. The good news is that the NPP is the only party that can save this country, that can bring hope to Ghanaians, especially young people. This is your home. This is the party for you. The party that believes in the young people, the party that believes in trying to build a new Ghana, not the Azan recepted party.
Will you give a lot of young people the opportunity when the NPP assumes power?
Yes, we believe so. We did that, and NDC saw what we did. The president gave a lot of young people. When I took office, I was then a young person. Now that, I mean, most young people took up positions. 27, between 27 and 35. That's the range, the age for us when we started working for government. So, NPP, we know how to do it well, better than NDC. As a matter of fact, we even know how to groom young people, not just giving them positions to occupy these offices, but also helping them to grow well as good politicians tomorrow. So that they give you, we mentor you, we give you very good mentors in the party. That is very important for you to learn and grow to become an astute politician. Will help you. NPP is the only political party that when you join and you are a growing person, I mean a growing political leader, we try to help you to grow well. So we'll give you mentors.
Okay.
That's the only party. Okay. In parliament, all the first-term MPs, they all have mentors. No political party will do that. We are the only party. So we help people to grow well, to become very effective politicians, to contribute to the development of Ghana.
Michael Kofi Okyere is the Member of Parliament for New Durban South. He's a former CEO for the Ghana Free Zones Authority. He's also a former Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry. That's it for Hard Talk. Thank you very much for coming.